Hey guys, how you doing? It's KJ coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends, and as mentioned in the last video, this is the free-to-play record attempt account. So this is an account I started a while ago to start trying to break this record, and then due to reasons outside of the game and real life, I had to stop and put it aside, but we're back, and now we're going to get this done once and for all. So let's have a look, see how I'm getting on, and see how far I am into the account. So the first thing we're going to do is show you that I'm on login day 22. So this account is 22 days old. And to show you how long ago I started this attempt previously, to champions, I started it on the Deliana event login event reward. I got the Deliana and then had to stop. There were things going on outside of the game. I couldn't carry on playing this and my main at the same time. So my main got prioritized. This got put to one side, but still only has 22 days played on the account. My Great Hall has started to come along. As you can see, I've been up to Gold Arena. I'm back down due to not being able to play and only be back on for a few days. I'm back down to Bronze, but we have managed today to get ourselves back up to Bronze 3, and we are not far now off Bronze 4. We've got some tokens, so let's pick this easy one off. As you can see, not a complete arena team, but this is a tuned team at least. So I have Apothecary going first, War Maiden dropping defense into Kale, bringing the nuke over the top. And then I have Soulbound as my lead, just so she can A, boost everyone else's crit rate, because not everybody is at 100%. And to sort of clean up anyone who is left after Kale drops his nuke. So this is set up, fully tuned team. And there we go. Back up to Bronze 4. And this team will, I'll attempt these shortly, but this team will quite easily sit and farm up to Gold 4. Over in the dungeons, I'm up to Dragon stage 12. Fire Knight stage 8. Spider's Den up to stage 6. And Ice Golem up to stage 10. So these have been pushed along with sort of trying to complete the missions. And then I've got, decent stage and progression done on the potion keeps. Haven't touched Iron Twins. I'm not really there yet. I don't think with this account, not at 188k player power. And not when that's slightly higher, because I have quite a few 2-star, 3-star champions here that are sort of being trained up to create food. To do my next 6-star, who I'm torn. I don't know whether it's going to be Deliana or Death Knight, to be quite honest. I think for longevity of trying to get challenges done, it might have to be Deliana, just because she's, in my opinion, she's a hard carry on this account. But Death Knight is once again the same thing. Ultimate Death Knight on any account at this level is a hard carry. I've got him in a shield set that I picked up from the campaign missions a while ago and haven't really had a chance to use yet. But this, I mean, stats aren't great, but he is only a 5-star with, not much Great Hall and a little bit coming from Arena and a bit of Masteries. So a common theme you'll see is only really 2 lots of Masteries on anyone. Apart from War Maiden, who I don't know why, but I haven't got those Masteries done yet. Banshee, Frozen Banshee has got first set of a tier 3, just because she's taken into Clan Boss. And although she's in Lifesteal gear, because she doesn't have the tier 6 mastery, she's not really maximizing the Lifesteal gear. But I do run Deliana as well in Clan Boss, who of course does have, which skill is it on? So no, A1 has the Leech debuff, which also helps. And her passive, of course, which means I don't have to build accuracy into her, she gains accuracy as she goes. I think it's only 2 accuracy for every 1,000 HP she's got. She gains another, 80 accuracy off this HP, so that puts her accuracy at about 140. No, 140 exactly. With 10 from the Masteries, nothing from the Great Hall. The challenges here, I am slowly working my way through. I've outgrown this. This is one I should probably just pick off and get done for the rare book, but rare books aren't really that hard to come by once you progress past, once you start hitting clan bars, start getting challenges and stuff like that done. This popped through after I got to gold and got demoted again back down to silver. But this is probably only a couple of days get back up into gold, and then another couple of weeks to stay in gold tier for 2 ranking periods. So if I can get it by next Monday, it'll only be a week after that then that this will tick through, and I should have everything here done, with this included through Great Hall bonuses to level 5. I've got a level 3 and a level 2 focused on my magic champions. Crit damage because it's the hardest thing at this point in the game to build. Accuracy because it is, for where I am, it's probably the second best use of my Great Hall resources. And because I'm farming in gold, CVC, so only that one I can do. Yep. So we'll take that up just to get that. Mainly because we've got the CVC going, so we might as well. So, onto the missions then. So I am 17 missions into the 3rd set, which is get 2 rank 6 champions. And I have currently got, not there. So I've currently got Stillbowyer and Avenger, who will be my next 2 5-star chickens. Will be fed into probably Deliana. And then besides that, I don't think there's anything else really here. I haven't felt this needed explaining because there's not really much to this point that should be causing anyone any real problems. There are a couple that lead you down bad routes, but they're really early on. And they're mainly in these challenges. So you can see I've got attack, attack, attack here, which is the worst use of my resources at this point in the game I can probably find, because, well, they don't help any defensive champions, any HP based champions, and any support champions. Whereas if it was HP, defense, crit damage, or accuracy, accuracy and crit damage help anyone who's doing any damage or landing any debuffs, and defense and HP, they help everybody. So every Magic Affinity champion in the game will benefit from HP defense, whereas only probably 10% of them will benefit from having attack. But that's just a beef I have with the early challenges here. Now, really, yes, there wasn't anything. The only things here you need to watch out for, or you need to try and time these, your dungeon missions, when it comes to potion keeps. Because if you time these wrong, you can end up having to wait for it to go through. For this one, for instance, if I don't get my 2 rank 6 champions done before Thursday, I've then got to wait for it to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday. So that can delay me another 3 or 4 days in getting this keep done. Whereas if I can get my food champions done in time, I should be able to get that done. And then my next one I've got to watch out for then will be the force keep. So actually, with a bit of energy and a bit of arena saved up, force keep then will be, so Thursday, Friday. So if I can get that done Thursday and I've got a bit of energy saved up, because once again, all I'm doing here is trying to get these challenges done. I've seen this completed free to play in 90 days. It's 85 to 90 days, something like that. And I think this could be done much sooner. So having a quick scout ahead to just for these 2 legendary books here. 7 of the Spider's Den, I'm pretty much there. 2 champions to level 60, that'll be done. Because as soon as I get a 6-star, they'll go straight up to 60. 5 million damage on the Demon Lord on a single affinity. Minimum difficulty, normal. We'll jump over to Clan Boss in a moment. 100 silver or gold medals. Easily doable. 3 champions with level 60, with 6 level 16 artifacts. That's just having a bit of silver, which I'm starting to get because I'm being very careful with what gear I upgrade past level 8 or level 12. 2 tier 4 masteries. Once again, bit of energy. That's perfectly doable. 3 rank 6 champions. There we go. That'll be the next stumbling block. But I could be working on that in the background while working through everything else. So when I'm stuck on this arena mission, all of my arena tokens will go to completing this, but all of my energy will go towards this. So I'll be farming 5-star chickens up whilst trying to do the arena missions. The only one really that's going to be a problem before that are these 2, which, I mean, 2 tier 4 masteries for 2 champions. I've already got 1 done, but that'll be quite a simple one to do. It's the last set, I think. So it's a set leading to Arbiter that will really catch people out. 100 champions in Classic Arena. So that's, you know, best case scenario, that's 25 fights. Worst case scenario, it's probably 60, depending on how you get on and what sort of teams you're facing. More masteries. Spirit Keep. There's nothing really that's particularly untoward in this bit. 2 Great Hall bonuses to level 4. That'll be done before I even get to this. I mean, I'll be halfway to this before that's done. Like, these aren't all that difficult to do. It's prioritizing your time and your efficiency. 7.5 million damage on a single difficulty. Minimum difficulty normal. Silver 3 in Classic Arena. I'll be above that. My aim is to sit in Silver 4, Gold 1, Gold 2, which this account can do. And if you use Relic Keeper, what I've started doing already, if we go to my champion vault here, 2 champions I need that I've found so far, use Relic Keeper, I've put to one side. Whenever I find myself thinking, who can I and can't I train up, go straight in. I need to find Templar, who's farmable, and a Sorceress, who's farmable. What I'll do is I'll double that up, and I will sit and farm XP and silver in either Valdemar Strait or Catacombs of Narbuk, which allows me then to work towards that challenge while I'm still at this point in the game. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going to keep Relic Keeper. Will be a 4-star chicken. He's an okay champion, but his A1 grants an extra turn if the target is killed. I don't really think compared to others, he hits hard enough for this to really be considered a skill. Increase attack buff on this champion for 4 turns. Grants an extra turn. Continuous heal on this champion for 2 turns. Ally attack and campaign battles by 40%. So for some people, if you're playing long term or you want someone else to help in Sacred Order faction crypts, he could be brilliant. But for this account, for what I'm doing, not so much. He isn't a great use of my time or my resource. I'm also keeping an eye out here. I haven't opened all of this up because there are better uses for my gems right now. I am, however, buying all of the little mystery shards I can find. Also check in to see. That's the one I meant to click on. So a quick look at the champions. Of course, Kale was my starter champion, my first level 60. I got him done in, I think it was about 5-6 days to get him to level 60. Apothecary, one of the best pulls I've had so far. And he, once again, is just wearing all of my fastest gear to get him to go first. Besides that, that's all I need. And then he, literally, his 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. And fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. That is his first move. That is what he does in Arena. Then followed up by War Maiden, who is my second fastest, with her 60% decreased defense. I have managed to farm a couple of dupes of her, but they've not yet landed where I want them. I only really want them there. 3 into this, get that to 100% chance. So that is the Arena team. And then, of course, Kale coming in over the top. Slightly slower than War Maiden. To bring in his nuke. He once again has just shy of the crit rate he needs. Could do with maybe an extra 3%. But in the Arena team doesn't matter because, of course, I am, as I showed you earlier, running my Soulbound Bowyer with her aura of crit rate in all battles by 12%. Now, Kale, now, if we jump over to Clan Boss, you'll see why I'm not too worried about any of the Clan Boss this side. So, I was earlier hitting for 4.6 mil per key on normal. And I'm at about 4.11 mil per key on hard. So by the time I get round to that and I have a second level 60 champion, which at this point could be likely to be Deliana, but I imagine the order I'm going to 6-star these will be, I've already got Kale, next will be Deliana, then Frozen Banshee, then Ultimate Death Knight. Because I know that Kale and Frozen Banshee are going to carry my Clan Boss teams. And I know that Ultimate Death Knight and Deliana are going to carry my dungeon teams. That unless there is a ridiculous pull at some point in the next few days or the next few weeks, there will be likely no change to that. And because I'm only worried about the Arbiter missions, I haven't touched any Doom Tower. Although I may clear these today in an attempt to get this little bit of energy here. Can't remember how much it is off the top of my head, but that will be a nice little bonus to sit in on this account. Campaign, I recently, today in fact, finished 3-starring all of campaign. And I wonder if my team is still, no, so where I was farming food. But my ability to 3-star all of brutal campaign, actually down to Ultimate Death Knight. Anyone who has him and hasn't built him out, even this build is not great. 24k HP, 1.4k defense, 146 speed, very little accuracy, resistance, crit rate and crit damage, almost non-existent attack. He carried my Kale through brutal campaign simply with his passive of Too Awesome to Die. Whenever an ally is attacked, has a 100% chance of completely blocking one hit, increasing the incoming damage to 0. If this champion will receive that damage instead, it will also redirect any debuffs from the hit to this champion. The chance of blocking a hit and redirecting the buffs decreases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. Does not work if the attack on the ally was an AoE attack. Whenever an enemy is healed, heals this champion by 20% of the heal. So he, with that passive, carried my Kale through to 3-star the remainder of the campaign. And I would imagine if I was so inclined, I could probably start clearing out some of Hard Campaign, Nightmare Campaign, using exactly the same team of just going that or that. Now, this is the one I had the most success with, but I was previously using Deliana to do exactly the same job. I've also not really touched Faction Wars. So I've got, what's that, 17 stars so far. Just easy ones when I can. This, nice little easy one, and I could probably push on even more. Got another 6, so I will probably push on a little bit more there, try and get some more little 1 and 2 star glyphs rolling through the account. Down with the Barbarian Crypts, I'm up to stage 6 here. And that is with simply War Maiden and Soulbound carrying me through that. Dark Elf was the same. I knew I could get a few done, so I did. And not really, besides that, touched anything. And of course, we have the CVC going on where I've not really pushed. I mean, I am currently at 45k, but I've not really pushed. Doesn't look like many people in my clan are going to push him with. Winning quite comfortably at the minute, but there is a lot of time left. I mean, I've put up nearly half, just shy of half of our points, and hopefully we'll have some more people coming on through here, putting up some points as time goes on, and we will be able to secure this, because these accessories here will be absolute game changers potentially for this account. They could be ridiculously strong on this account, but we need to win by as big a margin as we can to get as many of them as we can. So, right, that is an update on where this account is. I will bring you another update in a couple of days, and hopefully we'll have pushed further on through. We'll have some more 6 stars to show you. We'll be in a much better position in the arena, and hopefully I'll have some more tips on things you can do to help make your missions and your Arbiter grind that little bit easier. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.